on WKRG News 5.
It's the day college football fans have been waiting for. Alabama faces Notre Dame for the BCS National Championship. News 5 has live coverage from Miami. Plus, fans have been basking in the sun, taking in the sights of South Florida. Many spent big bucks to get there. But Miami isn't the only party place tonight. We'll take you to a local house party where fans are gearing up for the action.
From WKRG News 5, the Gulf Coast news leader in high definition. The news starts now.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching. I'm Roseanne Haven. Mill Showers has the night off. Excitement is building as Alabama and Notre Dame get ready to face off for the BCS National Championship in Miami. Kickoff is just over an hour away. News 5 has a crew at the game. Sports Director Randy Patrick leads our team coverage.
Well, the excitement is building here at Sun Life Stadium in Miami as we await the arrival of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Alabama Crimson Tide players here on the field. We are seeing celebrity after celebrity from the sports and entertainment worlds. That's actor Vince Vaughn in the green over there wearing Notre Dame colors. I've also said hello to Lou Holtz, Mal Moore, Alabama's athletic director, and Alabama's governor, Robert Bentley. They're all here to see the big game tonight, which is just hours away. And what's going to happen? Well, it's anybody's guess. The Alabama Crimson Tide coming here trying to successfully defend their national championship and win 3 of the last 4. They're favored by 10 points. And the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have not been in a national championship atmosphere in 25 years. So history will be made here tonight. And what does it mean to be a Fighting Irish and a Crimson Tide football player? Well, it's a lot of football tradition.
First time our back has a chance, he better lower his shoulder and run through a tackle. He better finish off tackles. Play tough and physical. You know, we want that kind of demeanor. So our guys understand how I want them to play the game. That's why we're here.
Are our guys going to go out there, compete, and play at the best of their ability from an effort standpoint, from a toughness standpoint, from a discipline to execute standpoint, so that everybody sort of embraces their role, focuses on their role, does a good job at their role, so it gives the team the best opportunity to be successful.
So Nick Saban and his staff trying to draw up yet another winning game plan in the BCS National Championship that's coming up here in just a couple of hours in Miami. It's Notre Dame versus Alabama, and the Crimson Tide Nation has come out in full force outside the stadium, as Chad Petrie found out.
Weeks of game talk and trash talk come down to this as hundreds upon thousands of Fighting Irish fans and Crimson Tide faithful converge on Sun Life Stadium in Miami.
Roll Tide! Roll!
As you wade through the mass of humanity at Sun Life Stadium, one thing becomes clear that I've seen all week. It appears the Notre Dame fans outnumber the Crimson Tide Nation.
But I tell you, this year is the first year we've been outnumbered. For the first time, all the Notre Damers, all the Catholics of the whole United States have bought all the tickets up, and it's 70-30. I promise you right now, we were outnumbered first time.
But a numbers game outside doesn't matter to the game that takes place inside this bowl. The feelings of the fans are what matter, especially to folks from our neck of the woods.
It's a very good experience. I've never experienced anything like this before.
How would you describe it?
Kind of overwhelming, but you get used to it after a while. You just kind of walk around and enjoy and look at everybody and yell Roll Tide.
What will you say to your friends back home that miss this?
Hey, you're missing it. It's nice and warm and it's beautiful. Roll Tide.
While the Crimson Tide hunts for another championship win, some fans are hunting for tickets, but they don't want to pay too much. $700, I don't know that you could find a ticket that cheap. Are you sure you're going to be able to wheel and deal your way?
No, I don't know. We'll just have to find out. I'm just going to keep on working the street.
Others have cool hats. Did you wear that hat just to annoy the guy who sits behind you?
Yes, I'm going to wear it during the game, too.
And maybe the way to counteract the Notre Dame masses is to just yell louder. And even though Alabama fans have been coming to games like this for 3 of the last 4 years, events like this just don't get old. Reporting from Miami, Chad Petrie, News 5.
All right, Notre Dame fans are just as excited about playing for the national championship. And believe it or not, we found a few Fighting Irish fans right here in the heart of Bama country. We did. We sent News 5's Pat Peterson deep into enemy territory to find out how Notre Dame fans are preparing for the big matchup.
In a state that bleeds crimson and white,
Go Irish!
It takes a lot of guts to wear green on the day of the BCS National Championship.
Little leery about wearing my jacket out around here.
You're in the minority, aren't you?
Yeah, I think
well,
so.
They sent me into enemy territory.
I know that, and see how nice we really are.
We caught up with Fighting Irish fans in Gulf Shores.
You feel like a fish out of water a little bit?
Yes, I feel like the Yankees have come down south again, and we're gonna, we better be careful.
Snowbirds from Indiana are spending the winter in Baldwin County.
I was kind of hoping maybe Georgia would win, that way I wouldn't feel so bad coming to Alabama.
These Notre Dame fans say their football team has something to prove and is ready to take home the national title.
It's been 25 years since Irish won. It's time for them to win another one.
Fighting Irish fans believe they're just as passionate about their team as Alabamians are about the Crimson Tide.
Notre Dame might win it by like 3.
We better not reveal your identity. If he just said that, then he might.
All right, then you can edit that out.
One Fighting Irish fan even tried to get us to jump on the Notre Dame train.
Get a chance here to the Yankees to come down here and convert a few diehard Roll Tiders into what the error of their ways. We may not be as happy tomorrow.
You know the boss ain't gonna like this on my car.
He'll love it if they win.
Final score predictions for Fighting Irish fans?
Never bet against God's team.
They say they'll let a higher power handle the point spread.
Go Irish!
On the Baldwin County beat, Pat Peterson, News 5.
There are a few ways you can catch coverage of the game. TV coverage begins at 7 p.m. on ESPN. The game will also be on ESPN Radio. In Mobile, that's WZOO FM 92.1. And only the game can be viewed on ESPN3. It's only available online to customers of cable providers that offer Watch ESPN. In other news tonight, a mystery involving bones that washed ashore about 4 months ago has been solved. DNA testing has confirmed 2 bones that washed up last September near Gulf State Pier are that of Eric Pye, the Mississippi man who drowned last summer during Tropical Storm Debbie. His wife, Audria, says it's something she's always believed. She got the news shortly after Christmas and held a memorial service for Eric on New Year's Day.
It felt good to know, but it also felt like, wow, that my husband was buried right there in front of my eyes. And I knew it. The whole time I knew it. There's just something we could do.
Audria Pye says she would like to start a nonprofit organization to help educate tourists on the flag system and dangerous surf conditions. She says they didn't know how dangerous the Gulf can be, and they were unaware double red flags were flying that day. It's a battle between mayor and police chief. Pritchard Police Chief Jimmy Gardner says he was wrongfully fired. He wants his job back. News 5's Tiffany McCall has the story.
Whether it's the President of the United States or the head coach of a football team, it's common for the new person in charge to bring in their own staff. So when Pritchard's new mayor gave Chief Gardner his walking papers, it didn't seem out the ordinary. But during today's court hearing, it turns out it's not as cut and dry as you might think. On the 8th floor of Government Plaza, Pritchard's newly elected mayor, Troy Ephraim, and newly ousted police chief, Jimmy Gardner, testified as to whether his firing is valid. Gardner's contract as police chief expired November 20th of last year. He then served at the will of the mayor for 30 days, then given his termination notice.
There was no issues as to performance. You can see from the people that are here, a lot of people like Jimmy Gardner, like some of the things that he did for the city. However, it is the prerogative of this mayor to choose his own chief going forward. And because the contract was up, he went ahead and made that decision to move forward to search for a new chief.
But Gardner says not so fast. He believes he was fired for reporting what he calls is an ethics violation. That ethics violation has to do with this guy, Lawrence Crowler, who the chief says is working for the mayor, but is not on the payroll. Crowler says he volunteers his time to the city. The chief also accuses the mayor of purchasing gas with the city's money for personal use. Meantime, the dispute about whether Gardner's contract is still valid remains in question. The city attorney says 4 votes are needed by the city council to sustain the contract, but Gardner never received 4 votes. One council member disagrees.
I do think he has one. That is my belief. Until the judge ruled differently.
Supporters of the chief say they want him back in office. One group is even looking into an election recall.
We are going to take our city back. We're not going to allow elected officials that we put in and come in and know that they have 4 more years, so therefore they are going to do what they want to do. That's why we are looking at a recall, the recall process. We are working, we have a committee on that right now because we don't intend for this to ever happen again.
A sign that this disagreement isn't going anywhere anytime soon. The judge did not rule on the case. Instead, he ordered attorneys on both sides to turn in a written summary by Friday. It's believed his decision will be made after that. Until then, Gardner's restraining order remains in effect. In the newsroom, Tiffany McCall, News 5.
Coming up on News 5, it's back to school for Murphy High School students. We'll have the latest on the relocation to a new campus when News 5 continues. And fans are packing into Sun Life Stadium in Miami for the BCS Championship game. We'll have more on preparations a little later in sports.